Hi everyone, it's Sue. It's cold and raining and, well actually it's not cold, it's freezing here today, so I don't feel like doing anything that I probably should be doing. So I have decided I'm going to have a bit of a play around with a jelly print that my beautiful friend Monica at Green Kitten Art had gifted me. So I'm just using this 8x10 gel press. Not sure whether a gel press is obviously the name of the company. I've been interested in it before, and I have actually had a smaller jelly plate, and I just never used it because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll preface this video by saying I do not know what I'm doing, so I'm just having a play. I have no idea how things are going to turn out. I have actually been watching a little bit of Robin McClendon on YouTube. She popped up in one of my recommended videos as one of my recommended videos, and so I thought, oh, I'll have a look at that. And she's just amazing, some of the collage work and gel prints that she does. So I've had a little bit of a play around. I thought, oh, I might as well just turn. I mean, this one looks horrible. That was one of my first ones that I've done, but I'm going to add to that. And that's the thing, is you can build. It's like mixed media art. If you don't like something, cover it up and just build from that. So these are on tea dyed and coffee dyed paper, those that I've done. As I said, I'm just having a play around. I do love this one. My problem is I don't know, like, do I stop there or do I add more? So the reason I'm doing this is I'm thinking I can even maybe use these as tags or bits for collage in my junk journals. But I just feel like getting messy and playing today. I don't feel like doing anything that I'm supposed to be doing. But on the other hand, I guess I'm still being productive and learning as I go. See, I don't even mind that. I've just used the base of the glue stick in the gel plate to sort of get the image. I don't have a lot of stencils or anything like that, so I'm just using what I've got. I have dabbled in mixed media art just for my own enjoyment before, and I do enjoy getting messy. I love these colours. I'm not very good in keeping things clean. I've got bits of glue, dry glue and that on that, but you can see a bit of a shimmer there. I've put some gold. So another thing Monica got me onto was this pouring acrylic paint by Montmartre. We just picked these up at the cheap shop. I think from memory it was $7.95 for a 240ml, which is about an 8 US fluid ounce. We just split it. Mon took half and I kept half, and the pigment is absolutely amazing and it's beautiful to work with. But that's all I'm using is that, and I've just got some cheaper brand Kaisercraft paints, just what I've got of Semco, which is a really cheap brand. I do have some Jo Sonia's, which is a better brand, left over from my folk art days, but otherwise I'm just using what I have on hand. I'm not going out and buying anything in particular. So I have actually got layers of paint on this plate, and what Robin does is she doesn't clean her plate, she just leaves it dry, and then it picks up bits and pieces when she does jelly printing the next time. So, and I like that real dirty, grungy, not dirty is probably not the right word, but grungy sort of look. So I'm just waiting for this layer to dry. I've got a couple of layers underneath, and I've added another layer here now. And then what she did was, once that had dried, she put a bit of white. Well, I'm just going to use, I do have white, but because I like that more muted tone, I'm using this antique white from Kaisercraft. So I'm just waiting for that to dry. We could be here for a while, so I may have to move on, but what I might do is, I've just got some bubble wrap here that I use for my packaging, and I'm just going to press into those colours gently and just pull that back, and you can see it leaves a print there. Oh, this is another one I did which I don't particularly like, but as I said, I'm just playing. I've put the paint on too thick there. but I will cover that up as well. So it's got lots of layers. It's got a bit of red in it, that one. So yeah, I've done that. I might pull that and just see what I get. I might do it on a clean piece. I'm just using some matte photo paper from Kmart, and I'm just using the white side because, as I said, I'm thinking of using these as backgrounds for tags, so I want the card to be a little bit sturdier. Yeah, so as I said, I'm just experimenting and having a bit of a play around, getting messy, and this is what Robin suggests to do, is just, you know, as you're pressing and doing this, the paint is drying underneath, so you need a sturdier card. Otherwise, if you're using just your photocopy paper, it's going to tear your paper. So that's partially why I'm using a heavier cardstock as well. And that's what I've got. So as I said, I did have just a little bit of paint left on there that I had sort of put a few more colours on there and layered. So I will add to that. But I love how all the bubble wrap sort of come through on that. Okay, so we'll put that just to the side to dry. So we might go, don't really know. Let's just see what happens, hey? I love, as you can tell from the colours that Monica and I bought, we love these sort of, well, these colours are beautiful. And then, you know, like your oranges and peaches and pinks and that sort of colour. So I'm mainly using, that's my main palette, with a little bit of brown in it as well. So it's just a matter of plopping your paint down. And as I said, I'm playing. I probably put too much on, but that's the only way to learn, I suppose, is just to have a play around and just see what you like and what, you know, what sort of prints you get and that sort of thing. So I'm going to add a little bit of this pouring acrylic in the gold as well. The colour is amazing. It's just beautiful. And I've got this one, which is a rose gold. Actually, I'm going to use that and see what that comes up like. So I've had these for over a month now and haven't used them, so I thought today's the day. The wind is just howling here. We get westerly winds here, which go straight through you, so I will not be going out anywhere today. Not that I've got to go anywhere, but I didn't get out of bed until 10. I was had been awake for hours, but the sound of the wind I just thought, I can't do it. I just can't get out of bed. So James was beautiful and bought me a cuppa, and I had that in bed and just watched some YouTube. So I probably have way too much paint on this plate now, but so on beside me I've just got a piece of photocopy paper where I just wipe my brayer, and it's not perfectly clean. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but just getting, that's probably glue that I've got stuck on there. And it's just very lightly, you just spread your paint on your plate like so. And just see what happens. If anyone has used a jelly plate before and has any hints or ideas, I'm all ears. As I said, I don't get messy often as I would like to. So just thought I'm going to have fun. So this is just a toilet roll that has been emptied. So I'm just going to just lightly press. I guess you don't need to press very hard because you'll put dents in your jelly plate. So I'm just pressing lightly just to leave some marks there. And we'll see what happens. So I'll just grab another sheet. Oops, see, I've got way too much paint. I don't think your paper's supposed to slide like that. So this will probably be a huge mess. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's see what mess we get from this. Yeah, it's not too messy. You can see those circles there. You can see over the excess paint that I've got there. So what I'm going to do is, on top of that, I'm running out of places to put things to dry. What I'm going to do is add cream on top of this. Probably would like that to dry a little bit more, but that's okay. We'll just put some cream on top of here. Antique white, it's actually called. Because what I want to do is I want to have that as a background, and I want this colour that's left on the plate to pull off with that. So I want a bit of paint there. I'm going to press this in again, but not all the way over it, just in places. Okay. Where's that one that I didn't like? This one is, I might do it on top of that and just see what happens with that, hey? So because this is just a photocopy paper that's been tea dyed, I guess we'll have to be careful, and when we pull it, although as I said I've got so much paint on there, it's pulls off easily. And again, I don't particularly like that, but it's gotten rid of the underlayer, but you can still see a little bit of those colours come through, which is much better. And then I can add something more to that when that actually dries. So what will we add? Let's just add, and as I said, we probably should be waiting for some of this to dry in between because I want to pull those colours. I don't really know. So I'm just adding some gold here. Just some gold tones. I'm trying to just get little bits to drop. Okay. So I'm just using my hand to apply pressure and hopefully get that, lift up some of that colour that's already on the plate. And then it'll have I'm thinking like a gold background, but it's hard. It's sort of like thinking in reverse, like your print will be in reverse of what's on the plate. And as I said, if you don't like what you've pulled from your plate, you can just add to it. And see, that's quite yummy. I don't mind that. So that's quite nice, actually. I'll probably add a few things to that eventually once that dries. I'm running out of space. Where can I put this? Okay, so I'm not going to clean that. I'm going to come in with some darker colours just so that we get some of this, pull a bit more of that tealy colour, turquoisey colour. This one's just a Semco potter's clay. This is years old, so it's not the best quality. I'd love to be able to afford, you know, all Joe Sonia or Winsor Newton or Golden paints, but it's not in my budget, so I'm just making do with what I've got. This is just a Do Crafts paint called Buttermilk. And I think I'll put it like a burnt sienna or something in with this as well. I think I've got one here. Or a raw umber. What have I got? Raw sienna. Maybe I'll go raw sienna. Oops. Let's get rid of that. Oh. I didn't particularly want that much, all that much. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of green, and I've got olive here. This is the sort of art I like because I'm not good with mixing colours and, you know, that sort of thing. So this is just a whatever happens, happens, and it's not too technical. So this is what I like, the sort of art I like to play if I'm going to be playing with paint. I've got a little bit of punchinella here. This is just a roll of punchinella, and I've left the masking tape on there. I don't think it really makes too much difference. Just going to run that through there. Oh yeah, it does. And run it through there again. And I'm just going to get another sheet of paper and see what happens. And as I said, I'll add to some of these. Like I might play with these for a couple of hours and, you know, might not actually achieve something that I think that I will actually use at the moment, but I will come back to it another time because I don't have a very big space to be doing this and laying things out to dry, and with it being wet and miserable, they're obviously going to take longer to dry than normal. But I will get the plate out again another day and just build on top of those papers. So let's see what we've got here. That's quite nice autumny colours, and then you can see there's a little bit of that tealy colour that was already on the plate that's come through there. That one's quite nice too. So they're fun. I'm going to just put a little bit of, actually what I might do is there's probably paint on here. I'm going to run my brayer over, see whether that transfers like a negative, so it puts a little bit of an image on there as well. I just need to pop that out of the way. And then I'm going to put some of this, actually I might do white. I might do white this time because I saw Robin did a white and it turned out really, really well. I'm just going to put, so this probably should be a bit drier from what I can gather from what she did, but I'm just going to add some white here. You just very lightly brayer it on. I'm obviously a little bit heavy-handed with the paint, I think. And that noise is I'm just cleaning off my brayer a bit so that the paint doesn't take up on there. And I might, I don't know, I tried to use this before but it didn't really. I'm just going to ooh, look at that. I'm going to run that through like that and see what we get. That's exciting. Okay. I'm going to try that on some coffee dye paper. Have I got any? Just hang on, 2 ticks. So I guess with coffee dye paper too, like this one, if you use this, it's already got some imaging on it, you know, different prints and that. I'm just going to use this side here. I'm just going to pop it down and just rub away. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, so that's quite subtle. But once again, we can build on that. And look at that there, that's left behind. So that looks really yummy. I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And I'm just going to grab some painter's paper. I think it's painter's paper. It's this, I don't know, is it masking paper? Is that what they call it? I've had this for a little while too, and I just haven't, I've put it in a corner and I don't see it, so I forget to use it. So this is like a, oh, I don't know, it's like a pinky red tone, this one. So I'm just going to roughly tear some of that off. Sorry about that noise. And I'm going to pop it on this side and just see what we can pull off that plate on here. Just with it being a different colour. Just interesting to see what they all look like. There we go. That's pretty cool. I quite like that too. So that, I mean, you could even just leave that as that and use that as, tear that and use that as collage pieces in your tags or on your pages on your junk journal, or you could even use that as a page if you wanted to, because you've got this other side there. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, I might do just one more and just show you the end results. They're all, none of them are really dry at the moment, and I've got them laying on top of one another. As I said, I don't have a lot of space, so I'm just sort of making do with what I've got. So this one is almost dry and it's too much blue, too much teal. So I think I'm going to add maybe a little bit of brown or Maybe we'll bring in some of this buttermilk colour. And a little bit of, I think, raw sienna. No, I'm going to go mud puddle. And I'm going to add a little bit of antique white. I say a little bit and then I put so much on there. Okay. And I'm just going to roll that and we'll just see what happens, hey? And I've got a squeaky brayer as well. Okay. I do love the bubble wrap effect, so I'm going to do that again. I'll have to have a look around my room and see if I've got any other different bits and pieces that I can use for different effects. I wonder how Glad Wrap, crunched up Glad Wrap would go. I remember from my folk art days, you could use a microwave Glad Wrap, and it's a little bit firmer than your cling wrap. So I might actually, when I go and get groceries next, see if I can find some of that. So I'm just going to use this toilet roll again and just add a few more marks just in amongst those. And I'm going to do that on top of this one and we'll see what happens. The thing is, I've got so much colour on there, I'm probably not going to see any of this now. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that didn't go so well, did it? See, I like that. I like that image there. So what I need to do is, from what Robin McClendon was saying, is leave that dry and then add your white on top of that, and then you will pull that off. So I'm probably going to leave that there today, guys. I just wanted to turn the camera on and show you a little bit of what I'm up to today. I'll have to go and clean my few stencils that I've got pretty quickly, I think, so that I can reuse them. This is the paper just from the brayer. I mean, I've torn that just getting the stencil off, but I mean, there's no reason once that's dry why you couldn't use that in your collages as well. So I'll just show you a few that I've done. So you saw that one that I did and now I don't like, but that's okay. We will rebuild on that one. I don't mind that. I think I'm adding too much paint because I'm just getting these lines of paint, or maybe not putting the different colours closer enough to one another. So that one's quite nice. I do like that one. I mean, you could even just add some script stamps or something over that, or different stamp images, and use that. This is the first one that I did and I love it. I just love the soft muted tones, the pastel tones with a hint of gold in that. So that one I think I'll probably end up just leaving as it is, using that as a base for a card, for a tag or a journaling card. There's this one which is fairly plain, like very muted on coffee dye paper. I'm going to build that up a bit though. So there's that one. There's this one which I absolutely do not like. It's just a big muddied mess, but we'll see if we can resurrect that. This one, which is same thing. I'm obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just have to experiment a bit more, but I've got definite lines of colour happening. And I don't know how to get away from that, but I'll just do a little bit more experimenting. I mean, it's not too bad. We will build on that one as well. I quite like this one with a little bit of red. I used this, well, it's just called Red. It's a Craftworks, which is a really cheap paint as well. I actually don't mind that. It's got that hint of gold shimmering through there. I don't know whether you can see that. I've got this one, which is, yeah, it's not too bad. Add to that. And then I have this one, which is very dark, so it needs a bit more, you know, of the teals and that in there, I think, or just the cream, but you can see the Punchnella prints there. And then there's this one here that I did on the painter's masking tape, which is quite nice. I like the pinky, mushroomy pinky colour that the paper is that has come through here. So you can sort of see them as bases for tags. I think that they'll be quite nice. So that was a bit of fun. I quite enjoyed that. But and I just thought I'd bring you along just for a little while I did that. So I'm going to go. I'll probably do a little bit more playing around. Look at my hands. I love that. I'll do a little bit more playing around, and then I'll probably pack it up for the day and think about getting back into my journals or computer work or something like that. So I hope you're all keeping well. A little bit of good news. I do have a job interview tomorrow afternoon. So fingers crossed for me. Hopefully that comes off. Yeah, having not worked for, what is it now? April, May, June, nearly 4 months. Things are getting a bit tight, so hopefully I do get that job. So another thing I thought I might do with this is I might put some manila tags down on the plate and pull them as well, and just see what I get from that as well. So all right, I'm going off on a tangent everywhere now, so take care of yourselves, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of crafting time in. Bye bye.